Hi Jaden, thanks for joining us at Siggraph Asia 2012 in Singapore. How's been the event for you this time? How's it been
Yeah,
going?
it's quite interesting exhibition, and so it's my honor to meet you and take an interview.
So Symposium of Apps is a subdivision of the earlier formats of Siggraph Asia, and I think this is the second time that we're having a Symposium of Apps after Hong Kong. So where do you think that the industry of apps comes in, and how do you think that computer graphics industry is integrated within the apps industry now?
So nowadays, the users need some attractive some applications with attractive visuals. So and uh, and and as you know, the end market is started with iOS, but nowadays Android and Windows Mobile is getting better, getting bigger. So, but with iOS, it's quite simple to make impressive visual. But for Android and Windows Phone, there's a very big difference to develop that kind of same kind of visual attraction. So I think nowadays the developers try to some other solution, something like they want to make develop the same with the same language, and then they will publish it to iOS and simultaneously to Android. So that for that kind of things, they need to choose some tools with very highly attractive, visually attractive, some engines. So maybe nowadays some developers try to make that kind of things with games, but maybe it will be adapted to other services, I think.
So CPU is a chief programming officer.
No, chief product. I'm not a developer.
Okay. So how does if you go through and plan the life cycle of an app, nowadays most of the apps are controlling the everyday life of like common man. How it has revolutionized the way that people used to view mobile services is only a telephonic tool. It's more of a lifestyle product now rather than a tool. So what do you think that the kind of apps, the life cycle that the apps goes, when you start off with a product, how do you plan the product life cycle? Does it go to a market survey, then you do the architecture, then it goes to design development? How do you plan the life cycle of
You
an
mean
app?
the whole cycle, the plan?
Yes, if you can just like break it up into like 5 to 6 stages, then it will be easier for our viewers to.
So maybe it depends on what kind of company they are, or what they want to do. But for our company,
For FinCam.
yeah, for our company, we just focused on which part is missed by other apps. So there will be some blank. So something like our company's name is TGrape, and Siggraph is our service name.
Okay.
For example, Siggraph, there are lots of applications, but for us to make I'm sorry, to make statistical functions in application, it is a little more tricky. And if we make some stats on one application, and if we make other service, we should make it once again. So it needs it costs a lot, but users don't need that kind of stats. It's just for companies who make the application. So Siggraph is, for example, is kind of a stats API. So
Okay.
Yeah, all of every kind of application can use that API to their own applications, and then our server will calculate their statistics for their own purpose, and that kind of developers can reduce their resource to make the statistics part.
It's like
with
an
that
analytics
Yeah,
system, something like Google Analytics is that
Yeah,
stuff
yeah, yeah.
like
So,
that. Yeah,
something like that.
something
It's
same.
just for applications. So that kind of the blank of services
Right.
it's the start point, and then we will make a plan about key features, and then we should consider which way to which way will be better than other ways. I mean, we use Hadoop for Siggraph because it's very useful for big data. But if we think that we don't have to handle big data, we don't need Hadoop. So like this, we choose some. We decide some propose key features, and then we choose how to make it, and then we will consider about the user experience. So what kind of UI can deliver the most efficient way, something like that. So yeah, and then we will make the applications.
So, which your focus in your company is primarily to make apps which are services for app developers and app makers, or do you make it directly B2C app as well?
Yeah. So now we have three. Our company has three main missions. So this one is we operate some app recommendation service with Samsung mobiles. So for every Samsung device, there will be our service preloaded in each device. So you should operate and develop that part. And then Siggraph is some kind of B2B model. And then we are preparing some B2C models. So yeah, we cover everything.
Okay. Now, in terms of the Asian countries, what kind of market that you think that exists pertaining to mobile apps compared to the West? The number of mobile usages has been increasing. I mean, especially India and China has grown to millions now compared to what it was 5 years back. So your offices are primarily located in Asia, within Asia. So what kind of figures and what kind of size do you see now, and how do you see that it growing in the next 5 years?
Except China, the official market from OS, I mean Google Play Store and App Store.
iOS, yeah.
From iOS App Store is is the biggest.
Right.
So most of developers just concentrate to that kind of official markets. But for China, they don't use Google Play Store for Android. They have their own market. I don't remember exact number, but around 10 markets. So and for China, because of their IT history, users don't feel confused about that kind of multiple markets. And some applications has good network, so they can publish their own apps for every market. But some small developer cannot do that. So some publishment company is getting more in China. We are doing that. So
your publisher as well?
Yeah, for China. So I think it's that they are struggling each other to make donation. So maybe in 1 or 2 years there will be one unified market, I guess. But nowadays it's very complex in China.
Right. Well, the session that's going to be there in the Symposium of Apps is about how to make a hit app, and so for all the indie developers for app who are sitting in their homes and or in their hostel rooms as students, what message would you like to give for tapping into making a sellable and a hit app?
Yeah, the main theme is like you may know the Pareto's just theories, right? It's just top 20 application can affect 80%.
2080 principle.
Yeah. But in applications, it's like 298.
Yeah.
Like that. So yeah. So for I managed that app recommendation service for 1 year. So after according to my experience, among the 600,000 applications, only about 10 to 20,000 applications, they're all useful.
Yeah.
I mean that more than 500,000 applications are not so
Useless.
useful. So yeah, so it when you see the stats from market, it looks like it's very hard to get into top. But if your application is good enough, it's not so hard because there are lots of just zombies or something. So yeah, so issue is how to make the process shorten. Yeah, maybe if the product is good, it'll be on top, but companies want to just reduce the cost to get there. So there might be just so some of panels will say we need to attract the top logos or top the kind of big mouth as social networks, or they can use some traditional promotions, something like just advertisements or something like PPL or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think for now, nothing is defined very good for promote their own apps. Maybe it will be developed by many companies.
As we grow, as we
Yeah,
grow.
yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Jaden, to be with us, and I hope you got a great show of the Symposium of Apps. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.